I think we are on. Thank you for joining. My name is Mona Cabrera and I'm the dietitian here at Hogue Lifestyle Program, and another Friday, beautiful Friday, and another cooking demonstration. So I hope you guys are in the kitchen. Grab whoever wants to join you today. It's a very easy, healthy appetizer you can use any time of the year. They're one bite stuffed spinach mushrooms and not too many ingredients, which I love. I kept it really simple but really healthy for us. So we are going to start off with our mushrooms. So I got just a pack of your crimini mushrooms. You can use whichever ones you like. I did remove the stem already because we're gonna start by chopping those first. So we're gonna use the stems to stuff inside our mushrooms. So I hope you guys are all mushroom lovers because there's so much nutrition in these little fungus, right? And there's so many variations of mushrooms. Like there's over 10,000 mushrooms, you wouldn't believe it. But there's a few popular ones like the portobello, the oyster, just the white button, the shiitake mushrooms. So what we're doing here is just finely chopping our mushroom stems. Did you know they were edible? Well, they are, and we are going to stuff our little mushrooms with them. So I did wash the mushrooms off and get all whatever dirt you see on there, cleaned them up. So right now I'm just chopping these really fine, and then we are going to saute them. So back to these nutritious mushrooms. The portobello ones are very popular to replace meat in some dishes because of the similar texture. They're savory, they have that umami flavor. So very similar to meat. So a lot of the vegetarians and vegans use a lot of this to replace meat, but if you do eat animal products, it is a great thing to add, make meatless meals and appetizers. So I love these. I love mushrooms. So if you are not too keen on mushrooms, an easy way to start by adding them into your diet is like in a stir fry. So let's chop these up really fine. Okay. A little bit more about mushrooms. There's so much nutrition in these. Let me just tell you a little bit more. They have a lot of antioxidants in them, especially selenium and ergothionein. And these act as an inflammatory compound. So they're especially good if you have an injury and you're having inflammation. They are good for anyone that has autoimmune disease, lupus, MS. So they will help with the inflammation. So now these are finely chopped. Okay. And mushrooms are one of those few foods that have vitamin D, and that's very important for building bones, decreasing inflammation, and really important for our immune system. So we are all trying right now, especially in 2020, right, to keep our immune system strong. So mushrooms are one of those foods that have vitamin D, and that's very important for our immune system. And lots of phytochemicals in mushrooms. It's just amazing how a small food like this has so much. They are just extra potent, these phytochemicals. They are important in anti-aging and anti-cancer. So if you haven't been using mushrooms too much in your diet, I suggest get these high fiber fungus in there. They're low calorie, no cholesterol, no fat, and some protein. So they are amazing. Can't say enough about mushrooms. Okay, so our stems are all chopped up, right? Okay, so now we have a skillet. We're gonna heat up our skillet. We're gonna take I rinsed 2 cups of spinach, and we're going to saute them for just about 2 minutes. So this is 2 cups. And I will have the recipe later for you on the channel below, so you'll have it. So we're just going to, I'm gonna put a drop of oil in my skillet. How are the reindeer ears? We are in the spirit here on this Friday. Almost Christmas. It's a week away, right? Friday. So let's cook up our spinach. So like I said, these one bite appetizers are just so easy to make for your family for this Christmas. And then you get so much nutrition at the same time. So we're gonna saute this. 2 cups of spinach. And it'll just take about 2 minutes. It'll be really quick. Okay. So the other ingredients in our mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms here, a little bit of breadcrumbs. We're going to use some breadcrumbs. We're going to use some shaved Parmesan and a little bit of garlic. So I will go ahead and cut up a garlic bulb here. And if you want to keep it real simple and you don't want to go with fresh garlic, go with your minced, whatever you have. You might have dried or minced, whatever's easiest. Because it really just takes about 15 minutes max to make this little appetizer. Okay, so I'm going to chop this up while our spinach cooks there. So just finely chop your garlic. Okay. There was a little tidbit for this recipe. If you wanted to add in bacon or bacon bits, you could do that for a little extra flavor if you like that. But I'm keeping it really simple and not fussing with any bacon. Okay, let's see how this is cooking. Just going to cook it down. It's taking a little bit because I think of our system here, but it'll be really quick in your kitchen. So let's just cook this down. So then after it's cooked, it's a little moist, and so we'll squeeze out the water and we'll just chop it up. We might need a drop of water here, which I don't have right now. Okay, so I'm just trying to get this to cook down really quick here. Okay, so while that's cooking, we got the chopped stems, we have our chopped garlic, and basically we're gonna stuff everything. We'll just cook down our stems here, and we'll cook it with the garlic and add a little bit of breadcrumbs, and then we'll be set. So it doesn't take a lot of breadcrumbs. It's about a fourth, actually just like an eighth of a cup for this amount. Very little because I'm not making too much. Just depends how many mushrooms you're making. I'm just making a half a pack right now. So if you use your whole pack, you'll just use a little bit more of everything. But I'll have the recipe for you, so you'll have all the exact measurements. And the spices, it only takes like a little bit of salt. And if you want to do, I did plain breadcrumbs, but if you have any Italian breadcrumbs, so since my breadcrumbs are plain, I'm just adding some spices. Any Italian spices that you have go well with this. Rosemary and basil, whatever you want to use. So this is almost cooked. Can you see that? I'm just cooking down our spinach here. And then I have already placed, so if you can turn on your oven to 400, that's what we need for these guys. These little mushrooms, they cook for only 20 minutes. And I have them on a sheet pan here. So our little mushrooms here are cleaned and dried up. I'm gonna sprinkle them with just a little salt, just like so. Okay, some Himalayan salt. So this is all ready. The spinach is almost cooked. So the garlic and the stems just cook for about 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the spinach and then we'll cook our stems. Okay, so we're gonna cook the stems now a little bit, just 2 minutes, very quickly. And our garlic. Okay. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Ooh, the garlic. I'm just gonna add a drop of olive oil since the pan got a little dry. I don't have any water to add, or I could add some water or vegetable broth, whatever you want to use. So I'm just gonna cook it like so. Okay, so we'll let that cook for 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna chop the little bit of spinach that we have here. Now, again, the mushrooms are pretty small, so you have that much space to stuff. So we don't need too much stuffing. I'm just gonna chop our spinach. Let's see if there's any water that needs to be squeezed out. See how there's a little bit of water? Just squeeze it out. So I'm just going to chop the spinach up. Just like that. So you can see how this appetizer is just a really quick one. A lot of appetizers take a lot of work, and who has time for that? Just make this really quick and healthy. That's the best part, and easy. Okay, so this is chopped up. So we're gonna use that. So now we're gonna get our bowl. We're gonna put some of our breadcrumbs. We're doing 1/8 of a cup. Just eyeball it a little bit here, because 1/8 of a cup. Now we're gonna take some Parmesan cheese, just a tablespoon. So I'm just gonna take a little bit out of here. Okay. Of course, you can use more if you like. Let's check on our stems here. These are cooked up with garlic. And then we'll mix it in our mixture. So right now, we have the Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs. So this is where you're gonna add your spices, whatever you like. I just have some Italian seasoning. We'll use that. We're gonna add our spinach. Okay. And then we'll get that out of the way. This is all cooked up. It just took 2 minutes. So we got our cooked stems here and garlic. See that? Okay, let's add that. So our oven is already ready to go at 400. So we're gonna get these in the oven. We're gonna just mix this up. Could actually use some more spinach, I think. I like more spinach in mine than anything. Okay. So then you're going to take each mushroom. You see how much space you have right there? Not a lot. And you're going to take your mixture and just put some on there. Stuff it in as much as you can. Just like so. And you put it in your sheet pan. Okay, so number 2. So just stuff it a little bit. So this is why you want to make sure your spinach is really finely chopped so it can just sit on your mushroom a little bit without any like big chunks. Number 3, see how fast this is? Your kids would like to do this stuffing, I bet. It's such an easy part of the cooking. Okay. So that's what they look like, raw, ready to get in the oven. Okay, let's see. So you would go through all your mushrooms, stuff them up, and these are going to cook for 20 minutes. And serve them up hot, and you'll just pop them in the oven. I mean, pop them in your mouth. It's just a 1-bite appetizer. So you would just go through all your mushrooms again and just stuff them with our stuffing here. So it's super easy. You can see how just easy and fast I did this. And there's so much nutrition and flavor here. We don't ever want to forget flavor when we're eating healthy. So that's really important. So again, the nutrition, I can't stress enough how much nutrition and B vitamins, magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, potassium, so much fiber in your mushrooms. So I hope you guys can use a little bit more of them in your cooking. I want to show you what these look like when they come out of the oven. So let's just pretend like I stuffed all our mushrooms. I'm not gonna just stuff them all because of sake of time today, but you would stick this in your oven. I will be right back. Let me show you what your appetizers are gonna look like. Okay, so we're at the party now with your family on Christmas, and you're gonna serve up these amazing appetizers. Look at that. So super easy 1-biters, right? And so this whole process took about 15 minutes and then 20 minutes to cook them up. So let me taste one for you in amazing. The flavor is amazing. If you're a meat lover, you will love these. Mushrooms have that savory, flavor. It's very similar to meat. So I encourage you to use more mushrooms. And if you have any questions about the recipe, let me know. I'll get back to you. But you can see how easy it is to eat these. So definitely make a lot. I could easily eat this plate, right? So that is a quick rundown on our spinach stuffed mushrooms. I'm just gonna review the ingredients a little bit with you. So I had some cremini mushrooms, and we just removed the stems, and we used the stems to stuff. We had some garlic and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just a little bit. And then we used a little bit of breadcrumbs and whatever spices you want, some Italian spice. We did use a pinch of salt for on the mushroom and a little bit of olive oil. I cook everything in the pan, and that was it. It was super easy. And this is what the mixture looks like. So I'm gonna finish stuffing the mushrooms and cook those up. So, I want to thank you all for joining me today for this cooking demo today at home. And it's going to be Christmas already next Friday, so I won't be here. I will probably be at home enjoying some more mushrooms. But I do wish you and your family amazing holiday season, and I will be back the following week. No, that will be New Year's. So it'll be in the new year that I'll be doing another cooking demo, but I will be back here Tuesday for a nutrition topic. So stay tuned for that. And if you're new around here on our channel, please hit the subscription button, the bell below, and you'll get notifications on when we're coming on live here so you don't miss anything. And I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day. It's a busy time, I know that, to check in with this food demo. So I hopefully you can enjoy this over the holidays, and I'd love to read any of your comments, and if you have any questions on the recipe that I'm going to post below soon today, let me know. And thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful holiday season.